Hey everybody, welcome back to that fishing channel. Today I'm just going out to try and catch some bait at a little spot called Carrington Pits. Good spot for golden shiners and bluegill. I'm out here it's about the 20th of August. Caught me a little frog getting water. Alright, let's see what we can get here. Good to see the sun's down. Miss that little guy. Because it's been a hot day. 90 degrees. Gonna kick off about a 5-day span of that. Not really looking forward to it. Gonna try to do some fishing on Sunday morning. Beat the heat. There's one. Over the past week I've been working on a chest freezer bait tank. I've already gone through 2 motors, meaning 2 water pumps. Have another one ordered. Hopefully this one's going to work. The first one I bought came straight out of the box, would not start or just sit there and vibrate, would not pump water. Got a replacement on Amazon within a day. And that thing ran for about 5 days, and then I shut it off to check my fish, and it wouldn't come back on when I plugged it back in. So I'm getting a little bit more expensive one. Fortunately, when the pump went out, I only had about a dozen bluegill, since when I'm down to about 4, so out here catching bait before Sunday morning. This is part of the fun of catfishing, is catching the bait. I'm not using a sinker whatsoever. My bobber actually has a built-in sinker. Gives it a little added weight. And I'm just letting that little piece of night crawler just slowly drop. Nice natural presentation. Here's one. Think I'll be big enough? Yep, he's big enough. There's some big bluegill in these little clay pits. Just running 6-pound monofilament. Oh, here's one. Running 6-pound monofilament on this little micro Abu Garcia that I've had for at least 7 or 8 years. Just a month ago or so, finally did a tear down on it and re-greased and oiled it, and it is just working like a champ. Caught quite a few big bass on this little bitty micro rod and reel. But a few years ago I switched over to bait casters for bass fishing. So really I just use open face reels for bait fishing, really. That's about it. Well, it's going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess throwing a net out here. Still going to give it a go though. My new water pump, it's a pond pump, should come in tomorrow. I've got a hold my the freezer bait tank holds about 50 gallons of water. My pump is a 1600 GPH, which is, it'll pump 1600 gallons per hour, which is really pretty much overkill, but I want to keep that. Have it set up on a sprayer, so here's a nice one. Have it set up on a sprayer, so I want it to help aerate. Nice. So bluegill. I'll put a little video clip of how I had it set up in the video. Here we go. I'll get out of there. Boy, for as little as you are, you sure had a lot. You're not so bad. You're really heading for that tree. I got 2, 4, 5. Really expected it to be a little hotter out here, but I ain't gonna complain. Been cooking in a hot kitchen all day. It's 5 a.m. Yeah, all this commotion over here. Everyone's like throwing that on this side, but this thing gonna be in my way. Here we go. Got another one. Looks like another little one, but I like using the bluegill a lot. But the smaller they get, the smaller hook I gotta use. So I'll probably be going down to a 7/0 mustad thin wire. But that's that big old carp right there. Just came up. I used to catch quite a few 1 to 2 pound 1 to 2 pound bass out here on top water. I've really been bass fishing out here in a long time. We're focusing on catfishing this year. I should have spent this past 2 months bass fishing, being the fact that it's been too hot to bass. It's been too hot to catfish for me. You work in that heat all day long, you don't want to go out there in the heat. That's the last thing you want to do. I spent 8 to 9.5 or 8 to 9 hours of my day is spent in the kitchen. Alright. Let's get this guy thrown out there again, see what we can get here. On top of the mouse. Look like empty net. I'm gonna let the water calm down a little bit. Maybe throw it here now. So that probably stirred him up pretty good. Here we go. Looks like he's moving. Yep. Take up all that slack I got going on. Oh, there's a nice breeze. I'm looking for that breeze all day. Oh, shiner was on there. I just pulled it right out of his mouth. Almost want to put another hook, smaller hook on here just to so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Little mouse. Yeah, it's usually a toss-up on what size hook I put on to catch the bait out here, because I put the itty-bitty hook on there, then the bluegill choke them, and then so I end up having to cut the hook off and leave the hook in their mouth so they'll live. And if I put a little bit bigger hook for the bluegill to not choke it, a hook that has a longer shank, then I can't seem to hook the golden shiners. What a dilemma. Yeah, buddy. But fall is quickly approaching. Spring and fall is my time of year. I'm not really much of a summer person. In the summertime I'm begging for winter. In winter I'm begging for summer. Weird how that works out. Today was about 110 degrees in the kitchen, give or take 5 degrees. At 7 o'clock in the morning. Maybe even by 6:30. It was just super hot. And there ain't nothing better than being out here catching bait with this nice cool breeze. Come on, take off with it. We got little guys over here. Just chewing up my bait. That'd be a pretty good one. Love hearing that drag. What we got here? The big old bluegill. I should probably take that home and fry it up. Look at that sucker. That's gonna be a nice bait for something to eat. Sitting under that moss, waiting for dinner. I have better luck with a tiny piece of night crawlers than I do a whole piece. Plus, when I do come out here trying to catch bluegill, I am trying to catch those little golden shiners too. And a small bait allows them to just suck that hook right into their mouth. If I have the right size hook on. Yeah, summer hasn't been so hot when it comes to catfishing for me. I don't think I've caught a catfish since June. But I've also haven't gone out fishing as much as had quite a few skunk videos. All the same, I have better luck in the fall. I like fishing in the winter as well. Last year I fished all the way up until a week after Christmas, so almost to the first of the year. Got something jumping over here. Ooh. Where you going? Another nice sized bluegill. He just went to the races with it. It's a itty bitty piece of nut crawler. Doesn't take much. Some swimming right at us. Ooh. What do we got here? Get up out of there. Well, that's a whopper of bluegill right there. Look at that. I bet that's the ruler of the log over there. That is absolutely massive. Look at that. Let's get back over there and see what's over there. That was like king of the log there. Yeah, this might do it. Yep.